So I just wanted to say welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Tahoe-Truckee's live online streaming service. My name is Reverend Rick Kearney, and I'm the Associate Minister at the Center. And I welcome you here today. Our Center's purpose is love. Our vision is embracing all and serving with love while awakening to the One. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. We know that there are many paths to God, and we recognize that all these paths end in oneness and in love. We are grateful that each of you is with us here this morning. We begin our service each Sunday by reciting the Receptivity Statement, which I'll be sharing in just a second. Please read along as I say it aloud. I am here by divine appointment. Something I'm about to hear applies to my life. I am open, receptive, and willing to explore the possibilities. We are truly blessed this morning in having with us Reverend Angelica Schaefer, an interfaith minister, musician, mystic, and wonderful, wonderful person. She shared her music with us during the meditation, especially her voice and the sound of the umba, and it was a delight to hear, and I'm sure she will delight us here this morning. Welcome, Reverend Angelica.
Thank you so much for that very heartfelt, sweet introduction.
Can you please share some music with us today?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. To me as gifts, and it came to me in 2015. I call it Simply Love. And there is a small Sanskrit part in it, and it's Aham Prema. That means I am divine love. And we salute Om Parama Prema Rupaya Namaha. We salute salutations to the supreme divine love, coming in a form that I can recognize. That's a key, isn't it? If everything I think I am just comes and goes, how I thought life should be turns out to be false. Beyond the changing faces, what remains? Who am I who is asking? What does not change? Is it all simply love? Is it all love divine? Is it all simply love? Is it all love divine? Aham Prema, 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 Aham Prema. In life's play I'm simply a part of the flow, and love is unfolding as love only knows. I pray for the grace to see love's perfect play in all that arises as part of me. Is it all simply love? Is it all love divine? divine? Is it all simply love? Is it all love divine? Aham prema, 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 aham prema. Om Parama Prema Rupaya Namaha. Om Parama Prema Rupaya Namaha. Om Parama Prema Rupaya Namaha.
Thank you so much for that lovely, lovely song. We look forward to hearing more from you later on in our service. At this time, I would love to introduce our practitioner for the day. Brenda Hildorn has been serving as practitioner for many years and is very adept in the art and science of positive prayer. And so not only does she serve as our Board of Trustees treasurer, she brings her delightful personality to every event in which she's a part. So please join me in welcoming Brenda Hellbourne.
Thank you, Reverend Rick. So this morning, in honor of Mother's Day, we'll come together as children of the one mother. Recognizing the one source of all life, all creation, all intelligence, all beauty, truth, wisdom, and creativity. For it is the nature of the one to create. And I recognize that I am created in the likeness and of like quality of this one. And I am here to create love and peace and joy and beauty and truth and wisdom, to express the nature of the one into the world. For as I receive the gift of life, I give forth life and truth and beauty. This is true for me. This is true for each one. This is true for all beings. As we awaken and come into conscious connection with the Divine Mother, we open our eyes onto a new horizon, a new vision of Earth, a new understanding of life as love. So I give thanks for this. I give thanks for this understanding, for this knowing, and also for this teaching that points the way. this teaching that helps to remove the illusion of separateness, of lack, of limitation, of suffering. I am so grateful for this. And I release my word into the law, knowing that it is done, and returns. And together we say, and so it is. And this morning I have a reading from Eckhart Tolle's book, The New Earth. And this chapter is titled The Urgency of Transformation. When faced with a radical crisis, when the old way of being in the world, of interacting with each other and with the realm of nature doesn't work anymore, when survival is threatened by seemingly insurmountable problems, an individual life form or a species will either die or become extinct, or rise above the limitations of its condition through an evolutionary leap. Responding to a radical crisis that threatens our very survival, this is humanity's challenge now. The dysfunction of the egoic human mind, recognized already more than 2,500 years ago by the ancient wisdom teachers and now magnified through the science and technology, is for the first time threatening the survival of the planet. Until very recently, the transformation of human consciousness, also pointed to by the ancient teachers, was no more than a possibility, realized by a few rare individuals here and there, irrespective of cultural or religious background. A widespread flowering of human consciousness did not happen because it was not yet imperative. A significant portion of the Earth's population will soon recognize, if they haven't already done so, that humanity is now faced with a stark choice: evolve or die. A still relatively small but rapidly growing percentage of humanity is already experiencing within themselves the breakup of the old egoic mind patterns and the emergence of a new dimension of consciousness. What is arising now is not a new belief system, a new religion, spiritual ideology, or mythology. We are coming to the end, not only of mythologies, but also of ideologies and belief systems. The change goes deeper than the content of your mind, deeper than your thoughts. In fact, at the heart of the new consciousness lies the transcendence of thought, the newfound ability of rising above thought and realizing a dimension within yourself that is infinitely more vast than thought. You then no longer derive your identity, your sense of who you are, from the incessant stream of thinking. And I'd like to welcome back Reverend Angelica.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. What a great selection. So this song is called Mother of the Infinite, and Reverend Rick actually requested this one. It's an older one that came to me in 1990. And I was traveling at the time with several women saints from India, and they blessed the music and they blessed the ministry. And so this song just came from my heart, and it's about the qualities of the mother. And we are not separate from her. We are her. We are in her, as her, and she plays as us. And it's only to the degree that these minds that are so bent on being separate, that they can accept that we are that mother. So we're not singing to her as an outer expression, but also as that which we are in essence. And so in that light, let's sing Mother of the Infinite. O Mother of the Infinite, light and grace. O Mother of the Infinite, light and grace, 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 light and grace. Take me by the hand and never let me go for all eternity. Help me wake up and surrender my whole life at your holy feet, your holy lotus feet. Your depth of love to see, to see, to feel, to feel, to understand, to hold your hand. O Mother of Eternity, love and peace. O Mother of Eternity, love and peace, 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 love and peace. Take me by the hand and never let me go for all eternity. Help me wake up and surrender my whole life at your holy feet, your holy lotus feet. Your depth of love to see, to see, to feel, to understand, to hold your hand. O Mother of Compassion, blessing all. O Mother of Compassion, blessing all, blessing all, blessing all and everyone. Blessing all, just like the sun, just like the sun, blessing all and everyone, just like the sun, blessing all and everyone, just like the sun, blessing all and everyone, blessing all and everyone, just like the sun.
Thank you so very much. What a blessing that is. Gonna take me a minute to get myself composed. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. The whole talk right here in this moment. Look
And,
at his heart is right on his face. he's it, and it's really just the degree that we open to it. You know.
we also want to thank Brenda for her perfect reading.
Yeah.
I couldn't have chosen one any better, Brenda. Thank you so very much for that.
Beautiful.
So, good morning. Today's talk is the second one associated with this month's theme of Holy, Holy Uprising, which highlights the need for people of faith to take action in bringing about a world that works for everyone. Today's talk is entitled Revolutionary Love. But before I go there, I wanted to share with you a story that I found, believe it or not, on the Boys Town website. I think applies to our message here today. And it goes like this. In 1918, a boy named Howard Loomis was abandoned by his mother at Father Flanagan's Home for Boys near Omaha, Nebraska, which had opened just a year earlier. Howard had polio and wore heavy, big leg braces. Walking was difficult for him, especially when he had to go up or down steps. It wasn't very long before some of the home's older boys took it on themselves to carry Howard up and down the stairs. One day, Father Flanagan, who ran this home for orphan and homeless children, asked one of the older boys, Reuben Ranger, if carrying Howard was hard. Reuben replied simply, "He ain't heavy, Father." He's my brother. These words later went on to become the motto for Boys Town, and we know them today as made famous in a song performed by the Hollies in 1969. But they are still a description, the best description, of what the children at Boys Town learn about the importance of caring for each other and having someone care about them. He ain't heavy is relevant beyond Boys Town, however. At some point in our lives, all of us have needed to be carried by someone, metaphorically speaking. And at some point, we probably carried someone else. We're human. We stumble. And we look to each other for help when we do. Well, he ain't heavy. He's my brother. But getting back to the point of revolutionary love. Revolution and love are two words that you don't often hear used in the same sentence. Most people think of revolution as a form of violent uprising. The idea of violence and love just don't seem to go together well. But if you were to look in the dictionary, you'd find that the word revolution has more than one meaning. Yes, it relates to sometimes violent uprising, but it's also used to describe a rather sudden and dramatic transformation in a way that an established system works. So we're familiar with the violent revolutions, like the American Revolution and the French Revolution, both of which were very bloody. But there are also peaceful revolutions, like the Industrial Revolution, in which steam-powered motors began powering our manufacturing. In fact, some are saying we are in a digital revolution right now, in which mechanical technology is being replaced by digital computers and robotics. So now that we understand our use of revolution as a sudden and dramatic transformation, we're still left to ask ourselves, how can love be revolutionary? What could love ever transform? Well, imagine, if you will, the emergence of a new perspective, a new worldview, a new way of thinking that is based entirely on love. If this new perspective involved a change in our society's value system, such that each person would consider the welfare of other people as important as their own, now that would be revolutionary indeed. And that's the revolution I'm talking about today. In the science of mind philosophy, we believe in the oneness of all life, all intelligence, and all substance as a harmonious and divine whole. Within this whole, we are each individualized centers with our unique personalities, intellects, and talents. We know that what affects any one of us affects all of us, for we are all interconnected with everyone else and are interdependent upon each other. We understand that we each have a consciousness, which with we think, learn, and make choices. Using this consciousness, we have the ability to participate in co-creation along with Spirit and manifest new experiences in our lives. And yet, as a result of our connection with each other, we also participate in what's called the collective consciousness. This collective consciousness, that Ernest Holmes called the race consciousness, represents the sum total of all thinking that's ever happened, as well as thoughts as they happen today. The collective consciousness gets passed on from generation to generation and is reflected in our society's most prevalent beliefs, practices, and behavioral norms. It is what largely determines our life experience. That is, until we realize that we have the freedom to choose and thereby determine our own future. Unfortunately, not everyone is aware of their ability to choose. And as a result, many people live their entire lives being swept along by the ever-changing trends and the collective consciousness. Like a person adrift in a lifeboat in mid-ocean without any oars. Floating this way and that way with the current, they feel helpless and alone, never knowing that what they need is available to them all along, like a sail neatly stored beneath their seat. As students of the science of mind, we know about the power behind our thoughts and the oneness of all humankind. This knowledge gives us the ability to educate and to elevate. By sharing our teachings with others, we can help to elevate the collective consciousness to the point at which a sudden and dramatic shift, like the one Brenda was speaking about earlier, does in fact take place in the way that people see themselves and how they relate to each other. As enlightened people, we have the opportunity and the means to tap into divine love and demonstrate it everywhere we go and in everything we do. And in doing so, we can change the world. In her book, See No Stranger, a memoir and manifesto of revolutionary love, author Valerie Kaur writes, "Revolutionary love is the choice to enter into wonder and labor for others, for our opponents, and for ourselves, in order to transform the world around us. It's not a formal code or a prescription, but an orientation to life that is personal and political and rooted in joy." Learning to express this kind of love starts with ourselves, by doing our own inner work, healing old wounds, and releasing those beliefs and patterns of thought that no longer serve us. In doing so, we leave behind our doubts and fears, and we create room for a greater level of love and acceptance of ourselves and as the perfectly imperfect beings that we are. For only when we truly and confidently love ourselves can we open our hearts and minds to see that other people are the same as we are and extend our love to them. This is true not only for our friends and family, but also those we've never met and those whom we might consider adversaries. Thus, love becomes our connection. Now, those of you who know even a little bit about ancient Greek philosophy regarding love will recognize the kind of love Kaur is describing as agape, the love of the divine. That recognition made me go back and look at other kinds of love that the ancient Greeks knew. And they were. As I mentioned already, agape, the highest form of love, a universal love shared between a person and the gods. And there's pragma, the practical love, that allows us to see each other in a way, in a very practical, nonsensical, or sensible point of view. There's eros, the passionate love shared between two lovers. There's also a form of playful love, a flirting, if you will, that uncommitted love called ludus. There's the type of love that exists between friends, called philia. Storge, the love for those in our family, is yet another. And finally, love of ourselves, called philautia. Now, as I was looking at this, it occurred to me that these forms of love are roughly aligned with stages in a person's life. If you can imagine, when a person is a child, one of the first types of love they come to understand is themselves, their self-love. And members of their family, those who care for them and are around them daily. Storge. Later on, as they look outside of the family for connection, they find friends. And thus, philia emerges as another form of love. In the teenage years, there's this playful love that we know, again, as flirting with the folks of our opposite sex. And then, much later on, comes the passionate love of eros. It's in our adulthood that we go from eros sometimes into a more, how do I say, calm, but certainly more stable form of love with our partners in a practical way, pragma. But yet, at some point in our lives, we reach a point where we feel secure in who we are and in our relationships, and we expand. Our extent of love grows even wider, and we connect with the divine and with all other entities in agape. So I wanted to point that out to you and say that when I looked at this, I noticed for the first time that the kinds of love are a bit like a ladder in which the rungs are more or less aligned with a person's emotional development. Each rung represents a step upward and is a growth in complexity as well as in maturity. And that's when something else occurred to me. I asked myself, what if this pattern of growth was mirrored in our individual consciousness? It seems reasonable to assume that a person's thought, like their experience of love, would become more complex over time. Well, in fact, Ernest Holmes talks about this in The Science of Mind. And while he used a spiral, not a ladder, his analogy still fits. He says that spiral of life is upward. Evolution carries us forward, not backward. Its eternal and progressive expansion is its law, and there are no breaks in its continuity. It seems to me that our evolution is the result of unfolding consciousness of that which already is, but needs to be realized to become fact in everyday life. And this insight really struck home, because since the collective consciousness is made up of thoughts created by the individual consciousness of people the world over, it stands to reason that the more people who awaken to their spiritual nature and find enlightenment, the more our society will reflect these concepts in our cultural beliefs and norms of behavior. Until that day, it's up to us to keep the flame alive. And that brings me to Valerie Kaur's next point, and that is that revolutionary love is more than just a feeling. It's also a motivating force and a call to action. When we see others as our brothers and sisters, we cannot sit idly by when they are in pain or in need. We feel moved by love to provide comfort and support to all those who need it. And this is why the idea of love is this common golden thread that runs through all of the world's major faith traditions. The idea of extending our love to others, extending our love to the strangers, or even to our enemies. In every sacred text, there's reference to forgiveness and acceptance and reconciliation between those who are different than us. It is certainly the one piece of wisdom from all that has come before that can take us forward from this point on. This revolutionary love, this agape, is the great work of our lives. And that same work brings us into a state in which is a direct experience of the divine in ourselves and in each other. Every time we act through revolutionary love, every time we are moved to love ourselves and say, enough is enough, every time we love another person enough to fiercely protect them, to fight for their dignity, and come into a deeper relationship with their struggles and their pain. And every time we allow this same love to bring us into a state of true connection with those we once thought as adversaries, we bring ourselves into a state of love, and we are one with the divine. Let's take this to prayer. Mother, Father, God, we know that we are here on earth to express the love that is coming forth always, endlessly, in full measure, not just to us, but to everyone. And that this love is what binds us, this love is what holds us and supports us, and it is the source of all power. It's the source of all energy. It is that energy. It is that which we are. It is that which all things are. Divine love in its purest expression. And we take this knowledge and we bring it into our hearts and share it, not just our friends, not just with our family, but everywhere we go and in everything we do. We know that a world that works for everyone is our divine destiny, that we have before us a bright and shining future in which each person lives to their fullest potential, where every soul experiences the freedom to make choices, to live a life that is pure and full. And so it is with great joy and gratitude that I accept this. I claim this for us all as the truth of who we are and where we are going, and there is not any force that can oppose it. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, for all that has been given thus far, for all that continues to come forth, and all that is yet to be delivered. And what a wondrous surprise in the shape and the form in which it comes. We know that love is the answer. We know that love is who we are. And as we walk through this time on earth, may we always remember to say, he ain't heavy, he's my brother. Amen. Wow. Well, thank you. And I would love to invite Reverend Angelica to come back and join us for one last song.
So this song, I want to share with you a picture that's worth a lot of words. And before something really shifted very deep in this mind, I found myself often, could recognize myself in this position, state. And that's what minds do. And so for me, since music is really a healing modality for myself and for those who, I share it with, I actually wrote a song, and the song is called Not Me, Not Mine. So even though my policy is to accept and welcome whatever troubles, whatever pains arise, and be compassionate with those aspects of being human, at the same time, I bring in the wisdom and I say, no, this is not me and it's not mine. A lot of the emotions are actually learned as children. We learn from those around us. And so with my words, with this song, I made a stand. No, not me, not mine. So I'm delighted to share that with you. That came to me in 2017. So here we go. And sing with me if you want, not me, not mine. And then there is another part. I am pure in spirit. I am whole in truth. I am pure in spirit. I am a child of love. It's a very easy melody, so you can sing with me, but stay muted because that's all different timings with the internet. So, all right. Troubles come and troubles go, past and future I don't know. Anything that comes and goes, not me, not mine. Every story that once was, everything that did not last, fears of future, worries past, not me, not mine. Not me, not mine. Now together, not me, not mine. 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 I am pure in spirit. I am whole in truth. I am pure in spirit. I am a child of love. All the chatter in the mind and sensations of all kinds, the old habits rush and strive, not me, not mine. What I learned and what I know, and beliefs that come and go, all those concepts about life, not me, not mine. 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 No, no. Not me, not mine. I am pure in spirit. I am whole in truth. I am pure is wisdom, love, and peace, deeper resources in me. I have freedom to let go what is not real. There is wisdom, love, and peace, deeper resources in me. I have freedom to let go what is not real. What is not real? Not me, not mine. Not me, not mine. Not me, not mine. Not me, not mine. I am pure. I am pure in spirit. I am whole in truth. I am pure in spirit. I am a child of love. I am a child of love.
Thank you so very much. That's wonderful. Oh, take my breath away. Well, we have arrived at the time of service in which we receive our prosperity and tithes and offerings. So please read along as I recite our prosperity affirmation. I gratefully and joyfully share my offering, which flows from God, my infinite source. My gift blesses this center and all who are guided, healed, and empowered by its activities. All I share with life returns to me blessed and multiplied. As you know, there are many ways for all of us to participate in the law of circulation and to help bring forth greater blessings in the world. And so I encourage you to please help the center to continue providing the spiritual food that nourishes the soul by sharing of your time and talent and treasure. There are many ways to donate, and you can do that on our website or by sending in a check to the office at P.O. Box 6, Carnegie Bay. Now please read along as I play our prosperity affirmation. The prosperity song, I Am So Blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Well, please forgive me. I actually forgot that the song restarts when I go from the small screen to the big screen. But it's still nice to hear Karen Drucker. Please recall that we do record our Sunday services, and then you can always go back and view them once again by going to our YouTube channel. The links to those recordings can be found in our newsletter as well as on our website. And so we encourage you to invite your family and friends to check them out. Coming up next Sunday, Reverend Pam returns for the third talk in the Holy Holy Uprising series with a talk entitled, This Too Is Good. Music will be provided by Subra Doyle, and yours truly will be serving as Practitioner of the Day. On Wednesday of next week, we will have the second of our midweek meetups, which took the place of our Wednesday gatherings, or evening gatherings. This week we'll be meeting up at the Martis Creek Wildlife Area, parking area. And this is on Highway 267, directly across from the Truckee Airport. We'll take a short mini hike, about 8/10 of a mile, out to a picnic table and shady tree, and then have a conversation about connecting with the divine via nature. And then those who are highly motivated can complete the rest of the 4-mile loop, or we can stay and enjoy the beauty of the scenery there at Martis Creek. I encourage you to be there. Coming up on Saturday, May 22nd, our Adopt a Highway program will kick off the summer season with a cleanup of Highway 267, or at least a portion thereof. We'll meet in the first parking lot of the Kingswood Village condominiums. Vest and tools will be provided. It goes from 9 until 12 p.m. On Sunday, May 30th, we have an outdoors workshop. Reverend Victoria Bomberry will have served as our guest speaker that day. And then in the afternoon, we'll move to a location behind our center where we will have space available for this workshop. Please do bring your own chair and mask and water, of course. And the workshop focuses on exploring indigenous philosophy and ways of being. And I understand that Reverend Victoria is this wonderful, wonderful instructor, and this will be a delight for all of those involved. I want to also say thank you. Thank you to everyone who was part of yesterday's cleanup at the center. It was, I understand, a very large bit of work, and very much appreciate all of those who took part, including Nancy O'Neill and Penny Scholler and Brenda Hildorn and Patricia Smeltzer and Adam Blankenship and Michael Brandman, and Reverend Pam Brandman, I understand, was jumping up and down in the dumpster. I wish I was there to see that. As well as Shirley Nelson and Shirley Clark. Thank you all so much for your many contributions and all that you do on behalf of our center. And so I think there might be just one more. Yes, we have a wide range of activities taking place at our center every week. As you know, we're here every Sunday morning. Then on Monday and Tuesday mornings, our practitioners lead a meditation session starting at 8:30. It's a great way to start your day. Our Wednesday event will be outdoors on Wednesday afternoon. On Thursday, we routinely have Tai Chi, but during the month of May, Chris Worcester, the instructor, is on break, and so we won't have it this time, but he'll be back in June. On Thursday evenings, though, meditation by Mary McEnany and Penny Scholler begins at 5 o'clock, though there is a warm-up exercise, I understand, beginning at 4:30. Sue Pipel is away for the next few weeks, and so there will not be a meeting of Course of Love this week, but the next session will be on May 28th. And the course Letting Go by David Hawkins will next take place on Friday, June 18th. And so with that, I would like to, let's see, which we do. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce our practitioners who are here with us today, something that we take great joy in doing. Then our prayer practitioners stand ready to serve you, members of the community and those that need help, community members or not. And our practitioners here today included Brenda Hildorn, who gave our prayer and reading. It is Nancy O'Neill, who is our lead practitioner. It is Reverend Pam Brandman, myself as well. And it won't be long before Michael Brandman joins us in this august group. I encourage you all to take advantage of these resources. The practitioners stand available, ready to help you through spiritual mind treatment and focused prayer. So take advantage. reach out to us either by phone or text or leave a message at the office, and we'll get back in touch. And now, with that, I would like to present the closing affirmation and encourage you to read along with me as I read it aloud. And then we'll go to our closing song, Peace on Earth, led by Chris Wall. I am an ambassador of revolutionary love, and so it is. And
Reverend Rick, you are muted. We can't hear you.
thank you.
If it doesn't work, I can sing something.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begin with me. Let this be the moments now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begin with me. Let this be the moments now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Well, please unmute yourselves and let's share some community time. And welcome, Julie Strasberger. I haven't seen you in so long.
Hi, Bibble.
Hi. she's talking in acronyms there.
Wow.
There she is.
That's
Gotta record
great. That's perfect.
Okay, good.
Thank you for sharing that.
All right.
And she did manage to smush it all down, which is amazing. I'll take it.